Hello, family. Hello. Can you guys hear me okay? Hello. Good afternoon, family. I am coming to you today from my little getaway. I decided to do some self care, and that's what we're going to be talking about today is different ways to do self care. So as you guys log in, just feel free to comment in the chat, send me a wave, or let me know that you're here so I can welcome you personally. And I hope all of you are doing well today. I hope you all had good holidays, however you celebrate. Hope you had a good, if you celebrate Christmas, hope that was good. If you celebrate Kwanzaa, hey Arnett, hey Sans, thank you so much for being here. Hey Sean, hey sis, thank you so much for being here. Great, I'm glad you guys can hear me. And yes, it is a peaceful getaway. And I tell you guys, with the year that we're coming up on the end of, it was definitely something that I needed. And so I decided that that's what we would talk about today, self-care, because I think there are some things that we can put in place for 2021 that'll help us get set up for that. So our topic today is going to be self-care for 2021. Three things I want y'all to do right now. Okay. So again, thank you both for being here. And as you come into the chat, as you come into the live, please just type and wave. Okay. So yes, as you guys can see, so what I did with my sons. Well, let me go ahead and just introduce it, and I'll tell you how I ended up here. So I am Dr. Madeline, your board certified OBGYN international speaker and published author. I help busy women access the GYN knowledge and birth control needs that they have so that they can have the most freedom and control possible over their lives, right? Because ultimately that's what we all want for each other, is to have freedom and control, and just be able to get done with the things we need to get done in a way that's healthy. I think the more we have control and freedom, the healthier we are. So please, if you don't already, follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Dr. Madeline MD. That's DrMadeline MD. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. So yes, I'm sitting here. I found this little Airbnb, and my sons are home. Many of us, our children are home for a variety of reasons that might be associated with COVID and the holidays. And so, when I was coming up on the end of a hectic work schedule, I said, you know what? I wonder if there's a place where we can just go and just kind of be near the water. It's winter time, not really trying to get into the water, but something where we can just sit and, have a little peace and enjoy the sound of the ocean. So I hope you guys can hear that in the background. I'm hoping I can share a little bit of this beautiful peace and self-care with you all. So hopefully you can hear some of the waves in the background. So as I was sitting here and I was getting ready to do our Facebook Live, and let me say this too. I know that we all have different people who are part of our lives who are a range of ages, but I happen to have three sons, two of whom are young adults, 20 and 21, and my youngest is 14. It's such a joy to travel with them now, because they can just kind of go and do their own thing, and so I'm left here to be able to enjoy my self care. And so I highly recommend it. As you guys come in, please feel free to type in the chat so that I know you're here and I can welcome you personally. So let's get started. So today we're going to talk about self-care for 2021, three things to do right now. I thought this was a great topic also because this is the last Sunday of 2020, y'all. We made it. We're almost there. We can see the light at the end of the tunnel. So this year has been rough for a variety of reasons for many of us. A lot of people that I know personally and professionally have had many things that they were trying to deal with. And so I think as we try to wrap up this year and end up in a good space and look forward to 2021, which is going to have, hi, Tyson, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you being here. So as we wrap up 2020 and we look forward to 2021, I really want you guys to do these three things right now, okay? They're imperative to do, because I find that, unless we think about self-care and we plan for it, a lot of us women, we're busy, we're taking care of other people, and we don't prioritize it for ourselves. So I want you guys to please do these three things right now. Grab a pen if you need to, but these are the three things I want you guys to do to plan for self-care for 2021. Okay? So the first thing is I want you to list what self-care looks like for you. So self-care is different for everyone, and I don't want you to think that self-care has to involve, leaving your home, driving to the beach, or going to get a massage. Self-care might be, decreasing the number of things on your schedule so that you're not pulled in so many directions. That alone is self-care. Self-care is saying no to some things when you usually say yes to everything. That can be self-care because that clears some things from your schedule and it gives you some space to yourself. Um, Self-care can be visiting an art museum. It might be, when it's safe to do so, getting a massage, sitting near a beach like I'm doing today, like I treated myself to this weekend. And maybe you don't even have to leave your home really to do self-care. Self-care might be sitting with a glass of wine and or anything that makes you feel comfortable. For some people, it's smoking a cigar at the end of a long week. So I just want you to, the first thing I want you to do is list what self-care looks like for you. Okay? And when you have that list, I want you to consider that list as you then do these next things. Okay. Yes, Arnett says PTL. Denise, thank you so much for being here. Oh, thank you. Thank you for sharing this and for being an amazing mentor through how you move. Thank you so much, Denise. I appreciate that. I'm trying, we're all trying to live by example. So again, thank you for being here. So again, don't make sure you do that first thing. List what self-care looks like for you. The second thing is very important. Write a schedule for your self-care. Okay, for your 2021 self-care. I want to share a story with y'all. So when 2020 was starting, I had a big plan. Usually my daily routine is, shower and you get dressed and everything. So I said, okay, well, at least once a week, I'm going to make sure I light a candle. I sit in the bathtub. I just relax. And I tell y'all, I did it maybe 2 weeks and then it was done. And it was done for a variety of reasons. Things got hectic at work. And maybe some of y'all can identify with this. Maybe I was about to try to set up the whole candle and bathtub routine, and a child would, teenagers and young adults would knock on the door, mom, mom. Y'all know how that goes. And so what I want you to do when you write that schedule for your 2021 self-care, if you are doing any of that self-care in the house, make sure you put a little, if you have younger children, make sure there's an adult or someone around who can make sure they're okay. And if you have teens or young adults like me, put a do not disturb sign or something so that they know, okay, mom or whoever is in her space of self-care. So treat yourself to that. When you write down your schedule for 2021 self-care, even if you just write down the first month, if it's just January, then just plan out January. Again, it can be things at home. I know we're still in the midst of this pandemic. We're hoping that it's going to look different in a few months, but definitely just start with January. If you are someone who loves to travel, and this is also me, I definitely love to travel, then look at your self-care and plan for, I would say for the second 6 months of the year, you should be good. Hey, Monique Nicole, thank you for joining. Yes, candle and bubble bath, absolutely. And I know, Monique, having kids is hard to kind of juggle it all and find that time for self-care. So yes, candle in the bathtub is one of my favorite things, especially when my kids were young, to try to get a moment of self-care in the home. So if you're someone who loves to travel, I think, looking at the vaccine rollout schedule and everything, I think we'll be in this space of being more cautious with travel and everything, at least for the first, I would say, 4 to 6 months of the year. If you are someone who loves to travel, you might look at travel opportunities in the second half of the year. Maybe the prices might be good right now. I know I've been trying to find a flight to Puerto Rico for the last several months, and prices to Puerto Rico are way down right now, like, 120, 180 for round trip. So, explore some of those trips that you've wanted to take. If you want to travel, plan for something that's June or later, so that we'll be sure that we're in a better space in terms of COVID and not having as many travel restrictions. And that's something that I would say in terms of how you might consider planning out your schedule for self-care. Okay. So the third thing I want you to do, one of the things we often do when it comes to business stuff or things that we're working on, if we're taking classes or anything like that, we sometimes have what we call an accountability partner. And an accountability partner is someone who just helps keep you focused on something that you said you would do, helps you, supports you in your goals so that you can actually meet your goals. And so one of the things I was thinking about is that, we should actually have accountability partners when it comes to self-care. We should have someone who is checking in on us, and maybe we are that person for someone else too. I think that's one of the things we do for each other as women. Um, and so it just means, someone who is, you check in with them once a week or once a month and you say, hey, how's it going? Have you done something for yourself lately? I think that's just a quick way to kind of check in with our different sister friends, people who we love, people who we care about. And it just allows us to have someone who is going to say to us, when you respond to them, well, it's been a couple of months. Ideally, that accountability partner will help you carve out some self-care time, whether it's something in the home and they help you out, or maybe you're helping that person out because they haven't been able to get self-care in, and it's been a few months. you know um, One of the things that I think will be talked about for many years when people start to kind of rewrite some of the history books and all that stuff and the mental health books is the mental health toll that 2020 has taken on all of us. So I don't want you guys to kind of like underestimate that toll. Self-care is vital, not only for us getting the peace of mind that we need, but self-care also is tied to health benefits. Self-care can decrease our, if we have hypertension, it can decrease our overall blood pressure. It can help with anxiety, help with depression. It can, it improves our mood and our immunity, our immune system. So absolutely, I'm a big proponent of self-care, and I really hope that you guys will take some time, if you can, to plan out some things for 2021 so that you can have all the different health benefits that come with self-care, that come with reducing your overall stress level. And hopefully 2021 will be a better year for all of us. Okay, so I just want to recap self-care for 2021. I'm sorry, let me check and see if anyone else has made any comments. Okay, great. So self-care for 2021, 3 things to do right now, okay? So I want you guys to, first of all, list what self-care looks like for you, whatever that may be. A glass of wine. Hey, Kelly, thank you for being here. Yes, it's something that we all need to work on. Kelly says definitely need to work on that. Hey, Lily Bell, how are you? Lillian says, I love what you are doing, just amazing. Thank you so much, Lily Bell. I miss you, girl. Um, again, first of all, list what self-care looks like for you, whatever that is. I have a range of things that I do. I have some friends that have a range of things that they do. And, just list whatever it is, and then start with that list. The second thing I want you to do is to write a schedule for yourself. When you write stuff down. Oh, Arnett has a question. What does self-care look like for you? Oh, Sans, goodness, I have a range of things that I like to do. When I'm at home, I like, I shared with you for 2020, I failed with my self-care efforts because I was supposed to light a candle and sit in the bath, at least once a month, and I wasn't able to do that. But that's one of the things I like to do at home. I like to sit down with a good book and read, and and not have any interruptions. I love live music. I think you know that, Sans. I love concerts. There's something about live music that just elevates my spirit. I love to travel. I love to run the streets. And, like many of you all, my last trip was January 2020. I was in Washington, D.C. doing an event for my undergrad, and that was my very last trip. My trip before that, I think, was December 2019, and I was home in New York, and I haven't been home to New York City since December 2019. And so definitely, that's what, those are some of the things that self-care looks like for me. Oh, okay. Thank you, Arnett. I see Arnett is writing down the three things. So, yes, what does self care look like for you? Create a schedule for your self care sessions and get an accountability partner. So, yes, those are definitely the things I want you guys to know from this. And let me go back to Kelly. I know you said you definitely need to work on that, and let us know. Type in the chat if you have someone in mind who can be an accountability partner. And I want you guys to know it doesn't have to be, it can be a sister friend, but if you have someone who's a romantic partner, it can be that person too, whether they're male or female. If that's how you get self care in, then that's what you do too. But the accountability partner, I think, is important because regardless of who that person is, you want to sit down with someone and make a discuss with them, hey, I'm going to check in, let's check in with each other every week or every 2 weeks or every month, and then y'all can go from there. Okay, so thank you so much, Arnett, for typing in those 3 pointers. And let me ask you guys if you have any questions or comments. And I hope I tried to set up the laptop so that you can see the water in the background, and hopefully you can get a little bit of this beach feeling and beach self-care as well, since I'm here today. Okay. Thank you all. Okay, I'm just looking at the different comments. Thank you all so much for being here. Okay. All right. Well, if we don't have any other questions, I am going to sign off and let you guys continue to enjoy your holiday weekend. Again, I appreciate y'all being here so much. Please, please, please don't forget. I want you to do those 3 things right now before you forget. Self-care for 2021. List what it looks like for you. Write a schedule for your 2021 self-care and get an accountability partner. Okay, I'm going to ask y'all about it when I'm on here next week, just so that I can make sure we keep each other accountable. Oh, thanks, Sans. Yes, the sound of the water is so refreshing. I agree. This is why when I knew I wanted to kind of decompress, I looked for some place that was driving distance, that I could, load up my sons in the car. There's a helicopter going by, y'all, for the noise, and just drive somewhere that had some sun and some water sounds, and that for me is self care. The other thing I promised I would follow up with you guys about is my vaccine. So it's been about 7 days now since I got dose 1 of my COVID vaccine, and I'm doing completely great. I don't have any side effects at all. I don't have any arm soreness, and I didn't have any fever or aches or pains or anything. Sean said, your brother said the smoking count as self-care. Okay, so not in the sense that in the long run, smoking is bad for us overall. Now, there are some, I don't know if Denise is still on. Oh, hey, Ray, thank you so much for being here. Um, there are those who find relaxation in smoking cigars, and also there are those who get relaxed when they smoke marijuana. Now, those might fall into a different category in terms of self-care, but I think that's different from smoking nicotine, which we know is associated with lung cancer. But we actually have, I don't know if Denise is still on here, we have someone who's an expert in terms of THC and its medicinal purposes. So the answer, Sean, tell my brother that I said it can sometimes count as self-care. Okay. All right. Hey, Faith, thank you for being here. Thank you. Yes, enjoy my time of relaxation. Thank you so much. I'm enjoying it. We head back tomorrow, back to the grind. So yeah. Okay. Excellent, excellent. And Lorraine, I see you noted number 3, get an accountability partner. Cool, cool. So I'll follow up with you guys next week on that. So again, like I was saying, so no reaction so far with my first dose. I'm scheduled to get my second dose on January 5th, and I will let you guys know how that goes. Okay. So Sean is laughing. Okay. All right. Well, I love you guys. And again, in summary, self-care for 2021, list what it looks like for you, make a schedule, and get an accountability partner. So I am Dr. Madeline, your board certified OBGYN, international speaker, and published author. I help busy women get the accurate GYN information that they need and birth control access that they need so that they can have the most freedom and control over their lives. Please follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Dr. Madeline MD. That's DrMadeline MD. Okay, thank you guys so much. I appreciate y'all being here. Glad you had a chance to hear a little bit of the ocean, and much love. Happy New Year, okay? Hey, Michelle, thank you for being here. You're welcome, Sans. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Bye, guys.